Here at BCSN, we continue to celebrate 20 years of bringing you the best in local sports, presented by First Solar. Today, we've tabbed the man that's been here since the beginning, Greg Franke, to compile a list of the 20 best in all high school sports. Tonight, we reveal Greg's 20 best in girls soccer.
All right, Greg, we are looking at the top 20 girls soccer players of the BCSN era over the last 2 decades, 2004 to the present day. Let's get to that list in alphabetical order by last name. Kate Allen, Ashley Barron, Alex Brown, Riley Clark, Josie Fowler, Adele Francis, Camille Francis, Jordan Greer, Danny Johnson, Taylor Leach, Taylor Morant, Celia Otis, Allie Peckham, Megan Rafek, Renee Sainholtz, Jerry Sudzinski, Peyton Sullivan, Grace Turtsky, Demi Whitaker, and Maddie Williams. Another list, another set of sisters here, Adele and Camille Francis, one already at Michigan State, another still in the high school ranks.
Yeah, and they made, of course, a great run this year. Perrysburg did, getting all the way to the state semifinals. Again, they run into Walsh Jesuit, one of those teams that you're knocking on the door, and then you run into like a team that's highly ranked, not only in the state but in the country. And but she's an outstanding player, both of those sisters on a great same level. And that reminds me of Megan Rafak, one of the names on the list, when St. Ursula in 2011 played Walsh Jesuit in the state semi. They were the number 2 ranked team in the nation, just like I think they were this year. But Megan Rafak, who was really kind of the anchor of their defense, they held that team scoreless through the entire game, and they had to go into penalty kicks. And so one of the players for Walsh Jesuit was one of the top players in the nation. She had played on the national side, but she kicked it over the crossbar on the last attempt in the shootout, and carried Chris Black to a state final. That was one of the most memorable nights I can remember over the years in girls soccer.
And Chris, a good part of our BCSN family here as a color commentator. As you look up and down the list, a lot of present day. I think, Greg, this sport, girls soccer and softball, in more recent years of the BCSN era has really ascended in prominence when it comes to not only team success but individual success.
Yeah, and that's not by coincidence. As we've said, when we first started, I think Toledo was kind of considered a little bit a cut below, a half a cut. It was respected, but a half a cut below the 3 C's, as they say, Columbus, Cleveland, Cincinnati. And if somebody from Toledo was able to get through to make it all the way, that was really an unusual thing. It's become much less of an unusual thing now, and I think it's because there has been a progression in those sports you mentioned in particular that has allowed Toledo to have more and more success as time has gone on. Probably the 3 players that you have to talk about: Maddie Williams of Perrysburg in 2012, and they were the team, I think, the first one that broke through and won a girls' state championship. Ottawa Hills did it on the guys' side in 2008, but Maddie Williams led that team to an undefeated record. She was all-state, and then she went on and had a tremendous career at Purdue, and she set all kinds of records there, the leading goals and points. And Taylor Leach from Anthony Wayne, that's a team that started to really get going when Renee Sainholtz sort of put the team on her back on a couple of times. I remember one great game that she won with 2 late goals over a super Notre Dame team, and Anthony Wayne just started going up. In reference to what you said, they took off from there, and Taylor Leach playing in professional soccer in Kansas City, and Ashley Barron went to Cincinnati, great player. She played a lot of forward at Notre Dame. Now she was the top defender at Cincinnati, and she's playing pro in Sweden now.
Yeah, and Taylor Leach went on to play at South Carolina as well, and she was a guest on BCSN's Inside Out, which was a fun interview with her. Let's take one more look at the top 20 girls soccer players of the BCSN era. Greg putting together these terrific lists as we look at the top 20 in each sport across 17 sports throughout the month of December. Congratulations to all 20 on this list.